Hello everyone, welcome to Wonderbots over here. This is not me. This dapper fellow with the full-on beard. This is definitely lockdown beard going on right there. It's Wonderbots.
I try and shave sometimes.
We are in Scrap Mechanic survival mode. Something that those who remember my original coverage of Scrap Mechanic know was pretty much the main reason I played Scrap Mechanic. Like right from the beginning, I was like, "Oh, this is going to be so great." What's here now is nice, but I can't wait until survival mode. And then, fast forward a few years, it's finally here. It took so long.
4 years to plug it in. I don't think they originally had survival as a plan, but so many people were calling for it that they just ended up caving. I could be wrong though. I don't know. All right.
Well, everyone should be able to hear Wander at this point. Just making sure.
Oh, was I silent on your end?
Yeah, let's see if they confirm. I mean, you're showing okay on mine, so.
For this stream, Wander has been replaced with the mine.
Yeah, Wander is gonna communicate through dance. Yep. 100% dance. Don't let us down, Wander.
Gosh. Wait, can I crouch from midair? Does that work? Oh, that's weird. You kind of can. Really. It makes like the character model pop in a weird way, and the camera changes. It doesn't really. It's not like crouch jumping in Source games, but it is there. Right, okay. Looks weird.
Yeah, it's kind of all janky. But yeah, so Wonderbots, myself, Scrap Mechanic, Survival. That's the lowdown. We are streaming this for anyone who might be watching this in YouTube land. So understand there will be dings and pops and whistles, and generally we will probably chat now and then with chat, but mostly we're just going to be exploring this wonderful game that we have been waiting on for bloody ages to come out with Survival.
So I'm going to follow your lead for the first like 10 minutes because I want to see if you make the same mistake that I did.
Okay, pressure's on. All right, fair enough.
It's okay.
I definitely gonna go and harvest some resources. But Wonderbots has had a little bit of time to play around with the survival mode so far.
I think I have like 20 hours in it. I'll be honest, it's a lot. Wait,
did I not?
Are resources? Here, can you bust open this green box?
Sure.
I want to see if you pick that up.
Yep. There we are.
Okay, there we go.
Ah, right. It's intentional. I thought I could just auto pick up, but no.
Yeah, no. You gotta right click to pick things up, and you have to hold right click. If it doesn't have the like right click to or RMB to pick up, you actually specifically have to right click and hold it to pick things up. Otherwise, it.
I don't know if I can. That's a satisfying sound.
It is a satisfying sound. Unfortunately, that is not breakable. I will just follow you around saying, like, nope, you can't hit that.
Great shame. I'm going to be honest. A terrible shame. I would have loved to be able to just go around demolishing the world.
I was kind of saying the same thing. I was like, oh man, look at all these resources that I'd love to use. Nope.
Like.
Oh, by the way, find a decent-sized tree, like one of the bigger ones. This one here.
Okay.
Just bust that down. The tree chopping is probably my favorite part of this game, in terms of like.
That is actually quite awesome.
Like, I have chopped a lot of trees in a lot of different survival games, and it's good.
Oh, you can refine it, right? Okay.
Yep. I'll be like potato peelers.
I'm basically whittling a log.
Pretty much.
That seems an excessive way to harvest wood. I'm gonna be honest, whittling a log, but sure. But this is quite satisfying. It reminds me a little bit of Eco. If you've played that.
Which one?
Eco.
I have not. I actually. I think that was one of those games that like came out when I was really busy, and they didn't send me a press copy, so I'm just like, I'll get to it when it's on sale, and it's never gone on sale, so I never touched it. I was talking to Shell last night, and she's like, we should play Eco, and I'm like, well, alright, and now I guess it's just everywhere. So I've had
it is
people ask me to play it too.
100% an interesting experience. It's really, really good, but it is a deviation from what I think a lot of people expect when they go into it, just from the looks of it. But I really like the mechanics of the game. Really like the whole, pollution mechanic. Trying to balance. Gotta get this stuff done fast and efficiently and large scale because gonna die soon from meteorite attack. But also can't really clear cut the forest. Can't really strip mine the world because pollution is a thing and we'll die anyway.
Yep. Is that the last one? Oh, no, one more. So eventually we get the ability to just automate the potato peeling, so don't quite get used to it. But I spent way too much time potato peeling.
But yeah, when Scrap Mechanic first came out, okay. Oh, you can actually destroy the stumps. That's great. That's pretty cool. But when Scrap Mechanic first came out, they did mention, their kind of overall idea of having you can press E to pick these up. That's quite
yep.
Of having survival mode in it, but it was very much a we're in early access, so everyone kind of knew. All right, so that's fine. It's going to come eventually, so we're building up bases and stuff, and some of the artwork and things like that kind of hinted at it. Like you saw robots and stuff. I didn't really understand any of the lore or why or what have you or what you're going to do. And you didn't have to collect resources, so it didn't really matter. But people were still making like factories as if you would have to one day. But it took so long, so long. I know a lot of people who got the game on the premise that it would eventually be survival, and then it kind of dropped off their radar a little bit.
Yeah, I think they're just kind of a slow and steady developer as opposed to Coffee Stain, which seems to work faster, maybe?
Oh, yeah. Well, this is quite cool.
Yeah.
I'm assuming this is where we need to be. There are robots.
Yep, there are robots.
What look like electrical wicks. Hello.
Oh. Well, I just don't have to do anything. Wait. Quick question, hit me in the face. Is there friendly fire?
Okay.
Okay,
well,
no friendly fire.
You can moving.
Yeah, you can knock me off a building, but you can't actually. I was like, I'm a little laggy, and so there's the mild concern that I'm just going to bonk you in my attempts to help. So staying away, and the answer is no. It's not actually a big deal. Okay,
so I can put these back down. You can stand them on their ends. I was wondering with the logs, but I'm assuming that. Please, I'm whittling a massive collection of metal. That seems super.
Yeah, that's how you get metal in the beginning of the game. Is you actually have to get scrap metal. Were these just here, or did those green guys drop these?
No, they were just on the floor.
Okay.
I've got my loot sensors. Ooh, what's this? Use a giant chest. Oh, okay. Yep. It is literally a chest. Very well.
I might have looted that before. I'm not entirely sure. I'm trying to control my grab everything and go tendencies.
Oh, no. Cut loose. By all means. I'll feel less guilty that way. Okay. Let's have a quick gander. What are you? My instinct says to smack it with a hammer, but then...
Go for it.
The smart part of me is like, yeah, that looks like a fuel cell, though.
It just goes bonk. You can't break it.
That is... I'm not going to lie, I'm a little bit disappointed.
I know. There are explosives later.
Just a tiny bit disappointed. Okay, so... What on earth is the story? I assume we flew down, because there's no cutscene or anything, for those in YouTube land who are just seeing this, they're like, what on earth just started? But, aha, you picked it up?
Yeah, so... That's, you know how I said, I want to see if you make the same mistake that I did? I didn't pick that thing up. I looked at it, I hit it with the hammer, and then I walked off.
That is exactly what I did.
Yeah, and I have 1.5 YouTube episodes of people being like, how dare you? And I was just like, I want to see, no influence from my end. Will Evac do the exact same thing I did? And the answer is yes. So thank you.
It had no indicator.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's one of those that if you've been playing this recently, you kind of be used to just holding right-click to pick things up like that. But
right, okay.
Just from my perspective, when I first ran into that thing, I was just like, oh, that looks cool. Maybe I have to put out the fire before I can pick it up. And the answer is, no, you just pick it up.
Right. Well, no, absolutely. I can see why you walked away. I walked up to it. Everything else is like, you can interact with this either, to pick it up with the right mouse button, or just to collect it, or lift it up, or refine it. But no, that had no indicator I would have wandered on. It did kind of stand out in that it was glowy, but that was the only tell that was something that needed to have attention paid to it.
Let's see. So, quick warning, there is fall damage, so don't just swan dive off the building. But it's not that tremendous. So, like, you can hop down here onto the lower floor without taking damage.
Alright.
Also, the ragdolls are hilarious. So, if you do fall, watch. Okay. It's funny.
I'll have to jump down off the building now. Maybe a little bit less high before I jump off.
Yeah.
I just peered over the edge, just like, no, I choose life.
I think. Yeah, I don't know. I think we could survive at this. Oh yeah, absolutely at this height.
It's a little bit jarring not to have any in-game sound though. Okay. So
oh, really? You don't have any?
Don't. Okay. That was amusing.
Do you mean in-game sound or in-game music?
Like music, sorry.
Yeah. You're supposed to use a radio, but, like, Scrap Mechanics has always had kind of, like, super minimalistic music. And so I just turned it off and listened to my own stuff.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and do the whole jumping off the building whilst in third-person view this time. So I do get to see the ragdoll physics.
And, by the way, I believe it's... I think that's too short.
That is too short, yeah.
Here. We're pretty close to a spawn point. I'm gonna just say, let's go high. Let's just experience this. But yeah, if you want to turn off the UI, it's Alt-Z.
Alt-Z. Oh, right, I see. Oh, brilliant. Where on earth are you?
I'm back up where the battery is.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Actually, if you're gonna jump down, I'll stand back so I can just watch this in slow motion. Okay. You actually do look dead. Oh, no, you're alive again.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm fine.
That was actually quite beautiful. That was pretty much how I imagine a corpse will look when it jumps off a high thing and hits the ground.
Yeah, that's... Yep. So one thing we can do later on is when we have high-speed cars, if you hop out of your car, it preserves your momentum as your car like slows down and stops, and it will fling you pretty far. So I would like to do a flinging contest.
Fair enough.
They just added a lot more fun physics to this game with the ragdolls, and it'll be more fun with another person to watch.
Yeah, no, absolutely. So we definitely come in some sort of lander of some sort. Well, whether it was intending to land, I can't say for certain. Interesting logos, though.
People told me we were supposed to come here and fix the robots, but that didn't go so swell, so...
Ah. Right. Because that would explain the interesting logo on it. What's in here? There is a button. Oh,
yeah. I mean, you can go inside the ship.
Yeah. Let's explore. Oh, we've actually got a little bit of sound here now. Okay, that looks like a very impressive console. Ouch. Okay, so
fire does burn.
Fire bad. Okay. How on earth do you crash so badly that your toilet catches on fire? That is impressive.
I mean, I was just gonna operate under the assumption that that's where the fire started, and that's why we crashed.
Fair enough. Okay, I want to use the microwave, but I have nothing to use in the microwave, which is very nice.
Does the microwave work? People were yelling at me to use the microwave, and I told them, oh, there is a microwave. What does it do? What? Oh, wait.
I don't know.
No, I think it just counts as a chest. I threw in carrots. I picked up the microwave. Okay.
Marvelous.
I was not aware that I could just carry the microwave around, but it's a thing. But I think you just store things in it. Weird. A lot of people are telling me that, like, hey, by the way, there's a microwave you can use, but it's broken.
Can literally pick up everything. Okay. Yep. There, I've just picked up a coffee cup, and I'm not going to leave these plants to die here. Damn it. Also, I want a calendar. You know, grab a calendar. I'll forget what day it is otherwise. I forget what day it is all the time.
Oh, I just picked up the door handles. I didn't know you could do that.
I thought you were going to say, I just picked up the toilet. And I was like, that sounds like a really useful thing to collect, actually.
Not here, but there are toilets that we can grab. This one's a little bit too burnt and broken, I think.
Interesting. This says requires power.
Yes.
I personally, I would say before it has any new power, it probably requires being put out of. Okay. Let's go ahead and add power. How does one do the adding of the power?
I'm letting you handle this one.
Okay.
I can't spoil.
There's no obvious way for me to plonk this in. Unless I don't want to just donk it on the fire, because that seems like the stupidest thing in the universe to do. It's like, yeah, let me just set this one alight.
I believe it will say if the block is flammable or not. So if you press tab, you can check in your inventory if it's flammable. So actually, question in regards to that.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. I'm not entirely sure if burning is a thing yet. Because that's a pretty flammable block hanging out right there in the fire.
Yeah.
So I think they're planning on burning things, but right now burning is not codified in the game mechanics.
Battery thingama?
Yep.
Huh. Question is, maybe I can plunk it in there? No, not at this distance I can't. Can I get in from the side? No. Okay, need to have a thorough look around inside. Is there a way in from the top? Nope. Huh. Okay, well, like, rubber ducky, need to collect you. Need to look for some sort of fire extinguisher then, or something like that, I would assume. Though there is a part of me that's like, yeah, I should just try and walk through the fire. Oh, what? Ah, no. For a second there, I was like, really? Really? Is that it? Is that the secret key? Oh, I can just do that. Fair enough.
Oh, you got it.
Get closer. Oh yeah. I only singed my eyebrows a little bit, so I'm
I
good.
mean, you've singed a lot more than your eyebrows. You barely have shoes on.
That is a good point, actually, yeah. Craft bot. Okay. Scrap gas engine. Scrap driver's seat. Okay, this is interesting. Scrap seat. I like it. They are going with the whole scrap mechanic aesthetic. I approve. I approve enormously of this.
We gotta start with trash.
What on earth am I using here? It says use, but I'm not sure what.
Yeah, I couldn't figure that one out. I think the ship, I think that part of the ship is just non-functional. Maybe you can fix it eventually, but I don't think it's a thing right now.
I feel a connect tool is probably a good idea. Bearings. Okay, I like it that you are actually going to be crafting with literal trash to begin with. It's going to be scrap mechanics.
The scrap wheels are something special.
Yeah, I was looking at that. It's like, I'm not sure that would give a particularly smooth ride. I'm gonna be honest.
Not the slightest.
Especially that one part with just a piece of wood just straight up sticking straight out of the wheel. It's like, I don't think, unless you had like one of those funky shaped roads that work with cubes instead of wheels, that's not going to go well. Can I collect the toilet paper? Really? I can't collect the toilet paper?
Wait,
I can't.
What? Yeah, you can. I got it. Mine now.
I could. Ah, man. Well, Wonderbots is money bags this session, clearly.
I saw the opportunity, I took it. Doomsday hoarding.
Yep. The TP shortage, all Wanda's fault.
So collective audience, should I clue Avac in a little, or should we just let him figure it out?
Avac is off hunting for treasure chests right now.
True. I'll gather some resources.
Right. Okay. So I just got one of those scrap wheels that we were just talking about. Okay. So, judging from the crashed plane and the direction we came from, I mean, you said we were here to fix robots, but
yeah, I don't really think the story or any of the like major goals are really in the game yet. Okay, so
take that battery back out. No, I can't.
The collective audience has said, "No, let you figure it out." So that is what I will do. I will gather ember and wood.
Very well. Right, so without any particular game direction, though, I guess we're just going to wander around until something jumps out of us, or we jump on something and it moves. Oh, there we go. Up on top of the craft. I wonder if there's any secrets up here. It's 100% where I would put some sneaky secrets.
I don't think I went on the ship.
Man. Always got to look up.
I never look up. It's like a rule. Do you wear glasses or no?
Yeah, I do. I wear glasses. Yeah.
Yeah. Shell was pointing out that I always wear my glasses really far down on my face.
Oh right. Okay.
And I think that's informed how I look at the world, which is usually at a slightly downward angle. So I'm rarely looking at ceilings, rooftops, you know, just kind of anything, and that translates to playing video games too. I'm just
yeah, it makes sense. I mean, there's picket fences kind of leading in this direction. There is a big old billboard over there, so I'm gonna wander in this direction. And make a little boat out of grass and bulrushes. You know, spend my time wisely.
I wish we could harvest those. Those plants are real pretty.
Yeah.
All right, it took you 24 minutes
to grab the bucket.
Yeah.
Or go in the direction I was meant to go.
It took me an hour to grab the bucket.
Wow. Okay.
I wandered off. Like I've just been listening to you talk about like going off and grabbing treasure and some other things, and I'm just like, is he gonna do exactly what I did? Because I just there's a lot more runes all around the immediate area, and yeah, I just spent like the first hour of the game exploring and then trying to figure out how to craft without actually having the ship powered or anything like that, let alone the bucket.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. It would have been obvious though the moment you come to this billboard, you can see the bucket there in front of you. It's like, oh,
I think I turned left and I never saw the water, and you know, I just lived up to my name and wandered off.
Yeah. Well, from the beginning, the fact that the picket fence was more or less pointing in this direction, there were two ways you can go from the crash site. Two ways that are kind of impressed upon you to be worth going in. The first one is the direction that the plane crashed in, because you basically got a natural path cut into the ground, and then the other one was the picket fence.
I'm gonna go grab my own bucket, by the way. We had passed one earlier in the skyscraper, but I didn't want to pick it up in case you did.
I've got a second one here. I can just drop it on the ground.
Oh, you do?
There you go.
So I can't do any farming without a bucket, because
no,
crops will not grow without them.
But yeah, that is definitely a thing that threw me right at the beginning, is that some things tell you to interact with them, and then some things don't.
Yep.
The moment that you're actually given instruction, especially if you didn't need it to begin with, at that point you're kind of trained then to expect instruction. It's an interesting scenario.
I appreciate the kind of let the player figure it out on their own pace. At the same time, there's a couple of things that were just super confusing. Like, it took me a while to figure out how to get a non-scrap tire. And so I spent an amount of time just being like, how do I upgrade things? Because I knew you could, obviously, but I just didn't know how. Let's see, do we still have fertilizer? Yeah, we do.
I think... Is that all my plants?
Yeah, I just grabbed a bunch of seeds.
Yeah, that's pretty much all my plants.
We pretty much do not need to worry about running out of seeds in this game as long as our crops don't get hit. Was that exactly 8? Okay.
Okay, I'm literally taking apart the wheelbarrow. That is an
It was a well-made wheelbarrow up until you killed it.
Yeah. Well, actually, I argue that it wasn't very well made because I was able to take it apart by just grabbing onto one part. The whole thing collapsed. I would say that's actually, by definition, a poorly made wheelbarrow.
This is valid. All right. Let's see. I believe I've fertilized all of our crops now. Why are you T-posed? What are you holding?
I'm holding a carrot.
Okay, because for me,
you
just wait. Okay, if I hold a carrot, do I just stick my arms out?
You did for a second, and now you're holding a carrot.
Oh, because for you just had both arms full T-pose, and I was just like, are we in Gmod? Because I'm okay with that.
For a second, you T-posed, and then it switched to, now he's holding a carrot. So I imagine maybe I interrupted that animation switch on some level. Oh my god, I can take everything apart.
Yeah, I don't think you can take apart the billboard, but you can definitely take apart the shack.
I'm gonna bloody well try. No, I can't.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a couple. Like the skyscrapers.
Can I...
Does it just not go up?
I've forgotten how to make it go up or down. Is it?
Arrow keys.
Okay, there we are. No. Oh, well. It's a thing. Oh, well.
I accidentally dropped soil underneath it. Just gonna pretend it pooped and I didn't.
Fair enough. I will ask no questions.
Let's see if I can quick find a pitchfork bot. We need some more scrap metal if we want to make a car.
Okay.
So there are runes all over the place, just like the skyscraper. The world is lightly procedurally generated. Ooh, actually even better. Do you want to come over here for a second? I'm gonna actually show you this one. You should be able to see my name, just kind of floating in the distance.
Looking around. No, interesting.
Really?
Yeah, I don't see a name unless I'm being ultra blind about it.
That's
I don't
interesting.
think I am though.
Yeah, because I can see your name from super far away. Maybe it's a display option.
Maybe.
Here, turn around.
Oh, there you are. Yeah, there's no name tag above you, even when I can see you.
I'm gonna bring you out here.
Okay.
So there's corn in this game, but you don't grow it. It's just kind of already here.
Okay.
And it's ludicrously large. But you can bash it, get some corn.
That is glorious.
I spent forever trying to figure out how to eat corn in this game. And now my YouTube comments are entirely filled with exactly how to do it. So, I need to be within visual range for you because you can't see my name. It's gonna get dark. Okay, here.
Got you. Yep.
Just kind of straight line from here.
Okay.
I think it's still over here. Ooh. Yeah.
All right. I'm literally seeing every shiny, and I'm like, oh, shiny.
Yep. This is just the last thing. So this.
Is this a cow with udders on its head?
Yes, it is a walk.
I'm not sure how I feel about this.
I had the same reaction, but you can feed it corn and get milk.
Okay, well, that seems like a fair trade. You get food, we get food.
Yep.
Some Sunshake.
Yep.
Huh. Okay.
I think that's you loot sunshakes from the containers and stuff. It's the walk milk that they specifically drop. I think sunshakes are like slightly better, but not much. But yeah,
I really am not going to just. I think the less I know about that species, the better.
Yeah.
Okay.
How good is your sense of direction? Because there's no map in this game. I don't want to like strain.
Generally, my sense of direction in games is really good. And then
okay.
My sense of direction in real life is really bad.
Huh.
Yeah, no, it's strange. If I've walked to a place, my feet will remember it for the rest of my life. But if I'm one of those passengers that if I'm just in a car, it's like, yeah, my brain is switching off now. It'll turn back on once I get to where I'm going.
Yeah, that's fair. I do that if I'm not responsible for the car, either driving it myself or navigating. I am out. I'll be back when we're at our destination.
Yeah, I am a habitual passenger when it comes to cars. So
yeah, I don't like driving. I was in a head-on collision when I was young, and after that, I've just been like, I don't want to be responsible for this thing.
Yeah.
Let me ride.
Reasonable. It's a really, really pretty world. Well, to be honest, when I first played Scrap Mechanic, I thought that the world was well made.
Yeah,
it looked interesting to explore and be in.
They picked a really good art style for it. Just simple enough to be kind of timeless, but just complicated enough that it doesn't look cheap.
Yeah.
Whereas,
fill this bucket with water just in case.
I guess I was playing Chimera Squad a couple of weeks ago, and I
right.
had a number of people specifically tune in to say, like, this looks like a mobile game, and I'm just like, what?
Really?
Yeah, I don't know where that specific opinion came from, but it was not like a unique opinion that it looks like a mobile game for some reason.
I would
the heck
not
out of me.
say that Chimera Squad looks like a mobile game on any
I think it's
level.
just the cartoony, like the 2D graphics just make people think mobile game.
Okay. Well, fair enough, I suppose, but I'm really enjoying Chimera Squad. I gotta be honest.
Yeah.
The pacing is perfect.
Yeah, I think it is my favorite XCOM game. It was just short, sweet, to the point, not a whole lot of fluff. By the end of it, because I did as many side missions as I could, after a certain point I was just kind of like, okay, I could be done with these. But that was like maybe 3 hours from the ending.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of advice at the moment to do more side missions and do less story missions, that although it kind of presents itself as you've got to do these quickly or you know, everything's going to go awfully. I'm much more it would serve me better not to advance the story and escalate the world difficulty too quickly. So I'm trying to dial back a little bit on that, but there's still that part of me that's like, nope, gotta do it. Can't have city anarchy. Even one is a failure.
I just got as many teams as I could, like the field teams or whatever, so anytime like the anarchy went up by one, I was just like, no.
Yeah, that is probably the single most numerous comment in regards to tips that I've had is get more field teams.
Yep. I just like free resources in any game.
No, that's fair.
Like if I can get the AIs to do stuff for me, I will always go for that first.
Speaking about like getting AIs and automation and stuff like that, some of the factories people made right in the beginning of I'm thirsty. Can I guess? Well, I've got a
Walk milk is pretty good. Same thing with the sun shakes or tomatoes.
That's fine. I was going to try and drink out of the bucket, but apparently no.
Yeah, no.
Good old H2O. No.
Dwarves refuse to drink water. It's not their diet, and it's not in their lifestyle.
Fair enough.